According to the United Nations Environment Program UNEP, illegal logging and oil palm plantations are rapidly destroying the last remaining habitats for orangutans. Without urgent action, 98% of the Bornean rainforests will have vanished in the next 12 years. And with this, thousands of plant and animal species will have disappeared from this planet forever. What once was pristine rainforest is now an endless monoculture of palm oil trees. Indonesia is the world's leading palm oil producer. This oil is used in our everyday foods, in the restaurant industry, in cosmetics, in the chemical industry, and in the making of biofuel. The world's growing demand for palm oil makes it a very profitable resource. But at what cost? Every second, rainforest the size of 2 football fields is destroyed worldwide. Every minute, an area the size of 5 football fields is destroyed in Indonesia. And it is us humans who are responsible for all this destruction. Palm oil and biofuel supporters say that the industry provides jobs for the local people. However, the negative effects for us humans are severe, including miscarriages, contaminated water, drought, a permanent wasteland, and a loss of rainforest that used to be a rich source of food and natural medicines. To create awareness for this ongoing environmental catastrophe, the students of MIS decided to take action. In 2009, some 500 students created the world's first environmental arts project dedicated to Borneo and its endangered species. Supported by the MIS Arts Foundation, a total of 118 multimedia paintings were created to visualize a paradise that is being lost with every minute. In July 2009, these pieces then made the long journey to Singapore, where they were shown to the public. The reception at Singapore's Contemporary Art Centre, the substation, was overwhelming, with the message reaching across the whole of Southeast Asia on television. After 11 days, a total of 13,000 euros from art and bake sales then made their way to Borneo and the Orangutan Rescue and Rehabilitation Center. School's out for the students of the Orangutan Forest School. After a long day of learning how to adapt to a life in wilderness, these orphan orangutans are allowed to play and enjoy themselves at the clinic playground. They are just like junior school kids who have embarked on a long educational journey that will hopefully lead them to freedom. Currently, there are nearly 1,000 orangutans and some 70 sun bears at the clinic relying on our support. The daily food supply requires truckloads of pineapples, bananas, sugarcane, soya, and honey. The cost of running a rescue mission this size is immense. Caring for each orangutan costs about 1,200 euros per year. This ensures their rescue, their medical care, as well as their education, food, accommodation, caretaking, and finally, the reintroduction into the wild. The 13,000 euros from MIS will help support 3 orangutans and the building of a new sanctuary for the sun bears. Now let's meet our new adoptees. First of all, there is little Hara. Hara was rescued in July 2009. She is a baby orangutan about 1.5 years old. According to some villagers, Hara had been abandoned by her mother in the plantation area. However, it is very likely that the mother was killed by workers when she was looking for food. Strangely enough, Hara was then caged in the backyard of a manager who was running a palm oil company. He was probably hoping to make some extra money by selling her. Hara's friend Mano in the background was freed from the same cage. Both of them are healthy, but the doctors want to keep them isolated until one is absolutely sure that they are not carrying any diseases that could spread amongst the other orangutans. Once out of isolation, they will be joining the forest school. Our next adoptee is Vovo. Vovo is about 7 years old. He was brought to the clinic in 2007. He was found in a palm oil plantation with serious gunshot wounds. 5 bullets were surgically removed from his head and upper body. However, 1 bullet remains in his skull and Vovo is now blind. An operation to remove this bullet would be too dangerous. Vovo lives in this cage at the clinic and will never return to the forest. Hopefully, with our help, we will soon be able to finance a bigger and better enclosure for him. Our third adoptee is Mama Edwan. She is about 15 years old. She lost one of her arms whilst defending herself and her baby against an attack by plantation workers. She is traumatized for life and is afraid of any human contact. Like Vovo, she will never be able to live in the wild again. She will have to rely on our support and the helping hands of the caretakers. Here one of the caretakers is handing out lunch bags to some 40 orangutans who were confiscated in Thailand, where they were displayed in an amusement park. The bags are much awaited for, and pulling them through the cage is a challenge worth the effort, as inside is a selection of orangutan goodies. These orangutans are being observed in order to see how they are adjusting to their new life. Unfortunately, they cannot yet roam around freely like Popeye, who has decided to skip school for the day and instead is keeping an eye out for freebies. Of course, living in cages is not optimal, but until there is enough money raised to build new sanctuaries, these orangutans will have to patiently wait to climb a tree again. In the meantime, the caretakers look after the orangutans in the best possible way. It is not only small treats like peanut butter and soya that makes their day, but also the gentle human touch. Popeye, however, just seems to be happy with the extra peanut butter he has managed to nick. At the nursery, where the babies spend their days, the babysitters give the orphaned young ones the necessary love and care which their mothers would normally have provided. The babies also learn to interact with other orangutans and to explore the world around them. Each of these babies has a tragic story. Miriam, for instance, has just had bullets removed from her lower back. Bullets that came from the same rifle that killed her mother. Miriam is not well. She is suffering from an infection, she is traumatized by the loss of her mother, and she is very weak. In this nursery, the little ones are taken care of day and night. The babies are a constant reminder of how fragile this endangered species is. Nearby, the healthy toddlers are keeping themselves busy with mud baths and escape attempts.
No, we have another one here. No.
It takes a 20-minute boat ride deep into the jungle to reach one of the orangutan islands. These islands have also been bought with the help of donations. This island is called Palace Island and is considered to be the high school or university preparing the orangutans for their final release. Here they get to live a semi-free life, and although they are under constant supervision, they are encouraged to interact as little as possible with humans. The islands are a safe environment away from poachers, illegal loggers, and forest fires, and therefore a good place for the orangutans to acquire their final survival skills. The islands also ensure that the orangutans do not escape and end up in a non-designated area. One can only wish the best of luck for when they are released again. The students of MIS also decided that they wished to support the endangered sun bears. This intelligent little bear is slipping towards extinction due to a loss of habitat, commercial poaching, and illegal pet trade. Part of the donated money will therefore go into improving the current living conditions. What is now mostly a rescue camp will eventually be developed into a larger sanctuary with a playground and lots of climbing opportunities. At the moment, some 70 sun bears live in 2 camps, making this the largest bear rescue project in the world. These sun bears, unlike the orangutans, can however not be taught survival skills and will therefore have to remain at the clinic. It is time we acknowledge the correlation between the destruction of our rainforests and global warming. It is time we start to respect and protect other living beings on our planet. It is time we change our habits and reduce the use of palm oil as much as possible. It is time we start to create a more sustainable world. The MIS Borneo project is a first step in hopefully making this difference happen.